charges, a Judge Damian Martinez releases him saying that Judge Cano has a good BS meter and wouldn't let just anyone live on his property.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the associations with this,
we have a problem, a big problem, and there's a reason why I am scared. I'm terrified, to be quite honest with you. So ever since I've been growing up, no matter what, most people and judges, prosecutors, police, FBI, my entire life, no matter what the politics were, no matter if it was liberals against Republicans or conservatives against liberals or whatever, when it came down to the FBI, judges, prosecutors, they have always been unbiased. They have always sat and just whatever the law is, that's what I'm prosecuting you on. You have to follow the law or you're going to go to jail. That's all there is to it. And that is what holds this country together from going into complete chaos. And lately, I mean, just this week, we have had 2 judges get arrested. And not only 2 judges, but one of the judges were arrested in her courtroom. What are we doing? And when I say we, I'm talking about to the people that are okay with this behavior. Do you think this will work out for you in the long run? Just because you don't like Trump or Elon? Do you think that this will help you out in the long run? Because if this was on the other side, you would be losing your fucking mind. I mean, already right now, getting more money to the country, saving more money, and just literally just following the law. You guys are losing your mind. Let me say that again. We're just following the law and you're losing your mind. That's a problem. Ever since I grew up, I can remember I was a Democrat because I'm a 90s Democrat. Ever since the 90s, you guys have... That was the one thing we have all agreed on. Illegal immigration. The one bipartisan thing we have agreed on was illegal aliens. And the funny thing is, and the reason why I have gone Republican is because Republicans have done everything to try and help you guys stop pouting like children. And I'm supposed to be getting into the video, but once I get going, it's bizarre to me how Democrats have been acting. And thank God for, I mean, it's almost like you're leaving no choice for people that voted Democrat most of their life. Because you're acting like children. You're not acting like adults. You think it's the fucking 60s. It's not. And the one thing is, Republicans, conservatives have been coming to the middle for you guys. And what I mean by that is, let's say, abortion. Abortion, you know, Democrats have always said, doesn't matter. As long as you, right up to birth, you can terminate the baby. Let's call it a baby because that right before birth, it's a baby, obviously. And Republicans have always said, since conception, you can't touch it.
Can't touch this.
And so what do Republicans do? Trump. Well, I know the other half of the country is going to lose their fucking mind and they're going to start pouting like children. So I have a great idea. Why don't we come to the middle for Democrats? And we'll say, whatever your state is, you guys make up the law for your states. No more federal funding, but if you want to legalize abortion, or you want to legalize abortion, then you can do that. If you want to make it illegal, you guys can vote on it. There, people can just move to a different state. And I know it's not that simple, but if you really truly believe in it, move to a different state. It's that easy. Or vote for someone different. Democrats lose their minds. It's like you can't fucking win with these people. Guns. Second Amendment is very clear. Okay, well, we won't have machine guns. Very powerful weapons. Not good enough. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Immigration. Well, we'll start just grabbing ones that have committed crimes. Still not good enough. Do you see a pattern here? And ever since Trump won, who have been getting arrested for being violent and destroying property? Democrats. So you can't sit here and tell me that Republicans are violent, what do they call them, Nazis and communists, and it's just the most ridiculous. No one believes you. You can say it until you're blue in the face. Nobody believes you. Nobody. And it's almost like you think the more you say it, the more you believe in it, so everybody else will. No. 70% of the country is not agreeing with you, and it's getting even worse for you guys. But you guys still don't see it. I thought after Trump won that bad, you guys were actually going to wake up. Boy, was I a fool. I thought you guys were actually going to come to your senses and start saying, okay, none of this woke shit anymore. No more guys playing in girl sports. No more illegal aliens, especially the ones that commit crimes. Yeah, here we are. It's just unbelievable. We have a judge. 2 judges. So we have 2 judges that broke the law. And it's not something little. Like, they're done. As judges, they're done. Both of them. Let's take a listen at what they did, because you're not going to fucking believe.
But first, a Wisconsin judge under arrest and facing charges accused of flouting federal law to help an illegal immigrant. Federal prosecutors say Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan.
No justice, no peace. Let Judge Dugan be released. What? And now let's be honest. This is a very small majority of the country. Very, very small. We have, 330 million or 400 million? I don't know. Somewhere around there. But the problem with social media is that if you just see 100,000 people that agree with this judge, it almost seems like too many. Because you hear 100,000 people, 100,000 likes, 100,000 whatever. But if you compare it to the rest of the country, that's nothing. It's a very small majority of white people. And let's be honest, it's always white people. It's white people who have very good jobs, who have nothing to worry about. And it's also boomers that maybe missed what they were supposed to be doing in the 60s. And now they think they have something to march on about. I don't know. But it's definitely the same people. Now, in the 60s, you definitely had something to march on about. Today, you're just a bunch of old people who are bored.
Allegedly helped that migrant avoid arrest by ICE officers at the courthouse. It's a bizarre case and it's still unfolding. Hello, I'm John Roberts in Washington. Sandra, good to see you back again.
All right. Yes. Good to be back with you as well, John. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and this is America Reports. So today's arrest of a judge marks the second such case in the last 24 hours. A former New Mexico judge and his wife were taken into custody.
Can we also just say, thank God Trump is in office, because any administration, if we heard about this, we wouldn't hear of them getting arrested for like another 2 weeks. You know it and I know it. Like, the government has always been so fucking slow when it comes to arresting people or finding justice for people and hoping that people just forget about it. Thank God for this administration where it's like, oh, you broke the law? You're being arrested right fucking now. We're not fucking around. Thank God for these people.
Yesterday, federal agents arresting them for harboring a suspected Tren de Aragua gang member in their guest house.
For more on all of this, we are honored to have in the new U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. It's good.
You want to know what's going to also happen? He's going to get to prison. He's white. He's going to... Hey, prison's a different world, man. He's going to get to prison. And if he's in Gen Pop or something, which probably won't be, but if the whites hear about what he did, he's in trouble. He's in big fucking trouble. Not saying I agree with them. Not saying I think they should put their hands on a judge, but he should definitely be arrested and thrown into prison. But the prison is just a whole different fucking ball game. I think that whole system is just so fucked up.
Talk to you, Pam.
Good to talk to you.
So let me read a little bit from the criminal complaint here. Judge Dugan says, despite having been advised of the administrative warrant for the arrest of Flores Ruiz, Judge Dugan then escorted Flores Ruiz and his counsel out of the courtroom through the jury door, which leads to a non-public area of the courthouse. A foot chase ensued. The agents pursued Flores Ruiz for the entire length of the courthouse and ultimately apprehended him. According to this complaint, Judge Dugan was visibly angry that ICE was there to arrest Flores Ruiz, even tried to kick the deportation agents out of the courthouse.
Yeah. She let the illegal alien go through her chambers to escape through the fucking courthouse while ICE agents were sitting out there waiting for him because she was so mad.
And to set the stage for you and Sandra, this was truly horrific. This guy was in court being prosecuted by a state prosecutor for domestic violence battery. He had beat up two people, a guy and a girl, beat the guy, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly they both had to go to the hospital. And John, you know, it's so rare for victims to want to cooperate. They wanted to cooperate. They were sitting in the courtroom with the state prosecutor. The judge learns that ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back.
Oh, she needs her brownie points. See her book. Oh, she's got to hold the book up. Because she needs her brownie points, her social points. Hey guys, look, I'm totally not racist. It's so fucking cringy. Oh my God. How cringy.
To get the guy, because he had been deported in 2013, came back in our country,
like
commits
the new
these
Washington.
crimes, charged with committing these crimes, victims in court. Judge finds out, she goes out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officers. She's furious, visibly shaken, upset, sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom. You're not going to believe this. Takes the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers, takes him out a private exit and tells him to leave, while a state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, Madam Attorney General,
Yeah. The fucking victims were sitting in the fucking courtroom. The judge lets not only the criminal of the domestic violence leave the courthouse, but she lets the illegal alien leave that. Like, she did so many fucking illegal things in that one breath. Just imagine if Kamala Harris or someone was in power right now. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Great to have you here, and thanks for coming back on America Report. So we remember these words of Tom Homan, the border czar. This was March 17th, and his message on these judges who apparently are trying to get in the way of this administration's efforts. Listen.
I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
So when you see these judges trying to obstruct your efforts to make this country safer, what is your message to them?
we are going to prosecute you, and we are prosecuting you. I found out about this the day it happened. We could not believe, actually, that a judge really did that. We looked into the facts in great depth. That's her picture up on the screen, Hannah Dugan, who is now in custody. You cannot obstruct a criminal case, and shame on her. It was a domestic violence case of all cases, and she's protecting a criminal defendant over victims of crime.
In fact, she just had an initial appearance in court. There's also this.
Just like we've been saying for months, for almost, years? Democrats have been helping criminals, not the other way around. Not helping victims. They're helping criminals. In New York State, they've been setting a record of cop killers out on parole. Yeah. So it's not just a conspiracy theory. They've been doing it.
This other case coming out of New Mexico, Judge Joel Cano and his wife were arrested for harboring a TDA member at their home. The alleged TDA member had been picked up by law enforcement.
He's in big trouble.
And now he and his wife were picked up and arrested. And you say that you believe, as the Attorney General, that the person that they were having living at their home was a truly potentially bad individual.
Yeah, that's the judge up on the screen now who got arrested. Yeah, his name is Ortega. He was a known TDA member, member. So he comes through.
I like how they did this out in the open too. Thank God.
Eagle Pass, December 2023. He's living in our country. January 2025, ICE, they get a tip. Tom Homan's done a great job. Our FBI did a great job on this case too.
Oh man, I fucking love it. I love it. I love what's going on, man. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're Democrat. I mean, obviously, they're mostly liberals, let's be honest. But I'm saying, if some Republican were to do something like this, then I would say put them in fucking prison. You know, there are some Republicans out there who are very not Republican, act like it. I don't give a fuck what side they're on. If they're doing shit like this, they need to go to fucking jail. They need to go to prison. But let's be honest, mostly liberals are doing stuff like this. So
they get a tip that he is living with a judge and the judge's wife. So they have him arrested first on immigration charges. A Judge Damian Martinez releases him saying that Judge Cano has a good BS meter and wouldn't let just anyone live on his property.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the associations with this.
I'm thinking the same thing. I feel exactly how Pam Bondi feels. This is exactly how I feel for like the last couple months. Like, what are you doing? Like, is this real life? Is this real life? This is an illegal alien who has committed crimes. That is a gang member who had pictures of decapitated people on his phone. Yeah, and was sending it to people. And the judge gave the illegal alien gang member with decapitated people on his phone an AR-15. His daughter's AR-15.
At the associations with this violent Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua, and this person that they harbored in their home. He was showing signs through clothing, we were told, tattoos. There was evidence through voice messages and text messages of his association to TDA. So what charges will Cano and his wife face, if any?
So Judge Cano, soon to be former Judge Cano, got his charges were just unsealed. He's charged with obstruction. He is charged. He admitted post Miranda. He took one of the TDA members' cell phones himself, took it, beat it with a hammer, destroyed it, and then walked the pieces to a city dumpster to dispose of it to protect him. The wife also is charged with destroying evidence. Sandra, not only that.
Yeah, the evidence against the gang member. The judge destroyed it.
This TDA member, and he had on a necklace that said kill, something about death. He had tattoos all over him. He also had on his cell phone pictures of 2 decapitated victims, victims, decapitated, gruesome photos, and he was sending them out, and whoever he was sending them to was sending back saying, hey, you need to be careful, you shouldn't be sending these, you shouldn't be texting these photos out. Not only that, these 2, the judge and his wife, gave him assault rifles that belonged to their daughter. That's what they're charged with.
Yep.
In the criminal report affidavit, he goes to a shooting range with these assault rifles, with a suppressor, with other known TDA members, and they're shooting.
Just remember, those are liberal judges taking weapons to the range with a gang member. Yeah. Way to walk the walk and talk the talk, huh?
This is the last person that we want in our country, nor will we ever tolerate a judge or anyone else harboring them.
Let me, if I could, Madam Attorney General, come back to the Wisconsin case and Judge Hannah Dugan, because in allegedly letting the perpetrator and the attorney out through a non-public exit and allowed them to get out in front of the building, we had a situation where we've seen that I know Tom Homan was complaining about in Colorado, where there would be no transfer of a defendant from a jail to ICE custody on a detainer request in a way that was orderly and protected public safety.
Jesus.
They would dump them off in a parking lot, and then ICE would have to chase them around with the DEA or whatever, or FBI.
You ever notice it's always like fat, ugly people that are doing this stuff? I'm just saying. You ever notice that? It's never hot women, looking dudes. It's always the ugly, fugly, fat, nasty motherfuckers doing shit like this. Always. And they're always white.
Yeah, and pick them up. This ended up in a foot chase in public sight. It says here, a foot chase ensued. The agents, and this was a DEA agent and an FBI agent, pursued Flores Ruiz for the entire length of the courthouse, ultimately apprehended him near the intersection of West State Street and 10th Street.
Yeah, we already went through this.
The judge apparently has created a situation here where you have a public foot chase. And we all know that, well, sometimes they can come off without incident. They can also turn into very dangerous situations.
John, that's exactly right. She put the lives of our law enforcement officers at risk. She put the lives of citizens at risk. A street chase, which is absurd that had to happen. But yes.
Because some people were criticizing her for some of the things that went on in the beginning, like the files released. It wasn't what we wanted. And it's not just all about that. It's about this, prosecuting people, coming to the public and just saying it, like not putting it into, politician words and making it sounded not as bad as it was, and just coming up here and just saying, these people are fucking crazy.
She put a lot of people in danger. That judge did it. So did the other judge. Judge Cano is charged with, they were allegedly giving him assault rifles, AK-47s, AR-15s, with a suppressor, a known TDA member, letting him go to a shooting range to refine and perfect his shooting skills. Madam What's happened to our judiciary is beyond me.
Yeah, so when the American public hears this and they think these were once upstanding people in their communities and their professions, and they put it all on the line for this.
Thank you. I don't get it either.
Dug into their motive? Like, what inspired?
Like, these are fucking judges. What is going on?
Inspired them to carry out these acts and harbor criminals.
They're deranged is all I can think of. I cannot believe. I think some of these judges think they are beyond and above the law, and they are not. And we're sending a very strong message today. If you are harboring a fugitive, we don't care who you are. If you are helping hide one, if you are giving a TDA member guns, anyone who is illegally in this country, we will come after you and we will prosecute you. We will find you.
If I could just finish off with this idea, very significant development that you're arresting judges now. Now, it could be that the judges have engaged in terribly bad behavior and deserve to be arrested. But you know what critics will say? They'll say, "Oh, this is a government that is expanding the powers of the Article 1 of the
No, they're treating them like anybody else. That's what they're doing, and they should.
Constitution. Now they're arresting judges. How do you respond to that?
No one is above the law, John.
Thank you.
No one is above the law in this country. And if you are destroying evidence, if you are obstructing justice, when you have victims sitting in a courtroom of domestic violence and you're escorting a criminal defendant out a back door, it will not be tolerated, and it is a crime in the United States of America. Doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be prosecuted.
Madam Attorney General, great to see you in the studio.
Great to see you.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank
your
you
time.
Okay. So there you have it. Judges breaking the law. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. And it's not just these two judges. There was a judge that was pulling the race card and spending boatloads of money. She was getting paid more than the judges that were above her. They finally got rid of her because she was I think she ended up murdering somebody. I think for the second time, maybe.
Grateful to God on this day for believing in me and knowing that I did nothing wrong. And I thank God for my attorney that he sent my way all the way from Philadelphia. I thank God for you. I thank God for you believing in me.
I know the second time she definitely murdered someone.
A few years later.
A shocking story out of Pennsylvania for you. A judge's boyfriend tries to end their year-long relationship, tells her she has to move out. In response, she shot him in the head while he slept.
So, it's nice to know that, getting paid more than their bosses, no big deal. Even though calling them all racist while keep giving her more money. And then it took her to murder someone to get rid of her. So that's how great these liberals are doing for the country. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why people are acting like this, but I think it has something to do with the media demonizing Trump all these years. And they did so much damage to, I think if Trump hadn't won, we'd be in big fucking trouble right now. So I just got to remember, thank God he did win, and people are going to be held responsible and be prosecuted. The only thing I'm worried about is next election, who's going to take his spot. Hopefully J.D. Vance or someone in that, Anyway, so hopefully you liked. I might be screwed on the politics thing. I can't seem to keep my fucking head out of it. There's just so much crazy shit going on. I'm not going to get... I'm going to stay off TikTok and everything else, though. So, anyway. See ya. It'd be like Don Shipley. And you are somebody you are fucking not. You are somebody you are fucking not. How about that? Sorry.